outside. He must have watched Dale Earnhardt the other night. He said, well, I think he can race this thing 2 abreast around this racetrack.
What's the first time you drove the Super Speedway?
They go. I didn't make the curve. 50 back. Oh, Kerry Gibbons real high right there. 3 abreast going through that corner. Ooh, you're really not supposed to do that, but they made it.
Almost. They didn't make it. In the wall. 2, 3, 4, 5 cars collected. They almost made it. And the collisions and crashes keep on happening all the way down the main straightaway. It looks like we've lost a third of the field. Unbelievable start, and you saw it happening with them running 3 wide, 1 car on fire. Number 92, that's Gibbons' car, and the Stouffville, Ontario campaigner loses it to 48 to 93, all torn up. That's Garland Hopgood on the inside. Gibbons still in his automobile.
That fire we saw in Gibbons' car was luckily out there at the fuel pump out in front of the car. He should be okay. That fire is burning right out there where the fuel pump goes on the motor. It broke it off. The gasoline fire out front. Luckily enough, there's nothing going on inside.
Getting ready to extinguish that fire. Major crash, and there's a red flag.
There's Gibbons coming out the window on his own.
There is a red flag on this one as they made 3/4 of a lap. Terry Brooks out of Concord, North Carolina, front end dashed in on his car as the action happened about 35 seconds into the race. And let's take a look in replay at what happens. Neil, there they are.
Again, they made it through the corner, but now they come through this dogleg section, and they squeeze together right there. See, they made it through the tough part, 2, 3, and 4, and then they got on the straightaway and got together. Gibbons took a hard lick from the rear. Car crawled up on top of the other one right here, sliding through the grass. We see Gibbons hit the outside wall way over to the right. That's where the fire started. And then they just continued to run into each other down through here.
A wild start to the action here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. The 14 of Michael Doken that started third. You get another look at it here and watch what happened. And there goes Doken right up on top of the car number 20. That number 20 was Ronnie Sewell of Shelby, North Carolina. He had started in the 5th spot. And then it just got worse.
We haven't seen, talk to Robbie Fagwell. He said the hard part is starting way in the back, making it through. We'll have to see if he got through this accident with some of these other cars.
Well, as we look down, there they are taking the 14 off the top of the car that it landed on. Mike Doken on top of the Ronnie Sewell car. Sewell's car beneath it. And that went on for about 400 or 500 feet.
I tell you, Ken, once you start that at a place like this, the speeds they're running, there's no way to avoid these other guys. We see some of the medical help going out there. Just once they got tangled up through the start-finish line together, the problem was they were the lead cars. Everybody had to come through the wreck.
All right, we'll get some interviews with some of these drivers that are in trouble out here in the very first lap. Baggert, he missed the bullet. He's still ready to go, and he will be well up on the start next time out. Here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, the red is out at the end of the first lap. A major crash in turn 4 and sent drivers skittering, crashing into the wall. Here you see Garland Hopgood being taken out on a stretcher. All of these cars ended up down in the first turn. The action began in turn 4 just as they exited. Garland Hopgood, who had started his Chevrolet in 4th position. You heard an interview with him just before the top of the program. Anxious to get into this. He just got caught. It happened all around him, and you saw the results. There are at least 8 cars badly torn up. Let's go to Dick Berger.
And that was Terry Brooks. You started 10th. You must have had quite a view. What'd you see?
Well, I seen when you come off of number 4 up there, got 3 wide, and I knew that was going to be a bad deal. And I seen it start happening, and I just aimed for the smoke and got through it, and then the car came back down off the wall and clipped me.
And his car's backwards on pit road here. They're about to haul it out with a wrecker. Front end's all torn up, but he's okay, and that's most important.
So there you see the remains of these automobiles that have crashed in the first lap. Let's take another look at what happened. And Neil Bonnet is right up here among the leaders as they're taking Garland Hopgood over to the infield care center for further examination.
Again, we're going to go further back in the corner. We see them 2 abreast. Here comes that 3rd car on the inside. They actually got through the toughest part of the track coming off turn 4. Okay, now they're coming down this little short straightaway. They got to deal with this little dog leg. The blue car is coming over, the red car is coming over, the yellow car gets pinched in the center. They made it through the tough part, and then that little dogleg really caught them. Boy, the 93 car coming there behind them really nailed them in the rear, drove both the other car on top, and hit Gibbons real hard lick in the rear.
Gibbons' car went up in the wall. That was Hobgood that crashed into him. And then you see the number 20, Ronnie Sewell, and up on top of his car was the Michael Doken machine. Those were the four where it began, and then the others were just collected afterwards.
There was a couple of shots that we didn't pick up to the left because of the angle, but a couple cars, that 98 car we see pull up, some of those guys nailed that inside wall a tremendous lick. Luckily enough, I think I saw him getting out of the car. When they got him out of this car, they put a neck brace around him, and he was talking to him. Hopefully it's just precaution with that neck brace. If we've ever been to a place that has safety equipment and the facilities right here at Charlotte where they take care of you, Dr. Petty's usually here. We've got so many good people. Humpy Wheelers put some good equipment for us here at this track.
You saw Terry Brooks, number 48, out of Concord, North Carolina, being brought back. The Concord car on the hook, and here's that number 93 that took all that abuse. Garland Hobgood, who drove into the back of the Peter Gibbons car. And as Neil pointed out, they had exited turn 4. They were coming out of 4 into that dogleg when all of this took place, as they are still trying to run 3 wide.
That was a shot at the medical facility over there, and it is one of the best at any racetrack we go to, so they'll have good care.
Under red. That's the condition here at Charlotte after a major incident in lap 1. Further reports upcoming. Stay with us. Red flag extended here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. The condition has been that for several minutes now after this major crash.